Hey, everybody, OGG, Overt Go Green. How's it going? We're back at you in the arena with another deck tech today. But before I get to the deck, let me ask you 3 questions. Do you like drawing cards? Do you like the rune cards from Kaldheim? And then lastly, question 3, do you like Robert Frost? If you answered yes to all these questions, ooh boy, this deck is for you. I call this one Pathways of Runes. Let me just jump right into the deck tech here. As you can see, your eye may be drawn to the right-hand side, where you will note that I have many pathways here. And just like that Robert Frost mentioned there, right, oftentimes you will be sorry you could not travel both roads. And you will spend a long time looking down the paths, trying to see as far as you can see into the future to determine which of these pathways you should play face up and when. That's one aspect of this deck, right? I hobbled this together with all the pathways I had. I just kind of threw them in here, and it's been working. So total, here are the lands, right? So there's 1 Hengegate for Bright Climb, 2 Clearwater, 1 River Glide, 1 Darkbore, 2 Blightstep, 2 Cragworn, 3 Needleverge, 4 Branchloft, and 1 Bark Channel. And believe me, a ton of decisions come in this deck from trying to play these lands right. And then let's get to the rest of the deck. So we got 1 Fight is 1, just our 1 protection spell. We do draw a lot of cards in this deck, so you will see it. We got 4 Selfless Savior, just another dork to protect our guys. 4 Speaker of Heaven, just a win con. Many opponents deal with him early or late. He draws out some removal. We got the runes are our main source. Well, one of our sources of card drawing. We got 3 Rune of Sustenance. This was the one that gives us lifelink. 3 Runes of Flight gives flying. 3 Runes of Mortality gives Death Touch. 3 Rune of Speed gives haste and +1/+0. And 4 Rune of Might, which gives +1/+1 and trample. I personally think this is the best one, followed by Rune of Speed as second best, because they give a stat power improvement. And all these obviously draw you a card. That makes for a hot 16 runes in this deck. Also at 2-drop, we are playing 4 Killian, Ink Duelist. Obviously, this guy does reduce the cost of our runes down to just the individual colored mana, which is nice. All That Glitters is a huge payoff for putting all these runes on our guys. Though since we'll have a lot of enchantments out. We also have 2 of this enchantment here, Light of Promise. This is to combo with Rune of Sustenance, combo with Speaker of Heavens, combo with Killian, and just make our guys even bigger. And then as they get huge, Rune of Might lets us just, if it ever gets coupled with Rune of Mortality, they basically can't stop it because it's Death Touch Trampler, and it'll be so monstrously big. But here's the real, and then we got Setessan Champion, draws even more cards, gets bigger as we cast enchantments. And then we got 4 Runeforged Champion, lets us go get the rune we want, and makes all runes cost 1 colorless. This guy, with Killian Ink Duelist, makes runes cost 0. Unlike most creatures, Killian does not say reduces the cost minimum 1. Killian can actually reduce the cost down to 0. So turn 2 Killian into turn 3 Runeforge, that goes and fetches a rune, lets us cast that rune for free, lets us draw a card because it's a rune, and it lets us cast all the runes in our hand for free, which also lets us draw cards. This can lead to some bonkers, crazy turn 3s, or even like turn 4s or 5s or later. A Setessan Champion in him can get nuts. God forbid you ever somehow get Killian, a Runeforge champion, and Setessan champion out. Things just get so crazy. Anyway, I've tried a lot of lands, but I was playing what's it called? Fable Passage in here with one of each basic, and you know what? The Robert Frost reference is worth it. Psh, ditch the lands, right? So obviously, you will find yourselves sometimes regretting the road not taken. But otherwise, when this deck goes off, it is just hilarious, and you'll draw so many cards. It's for no mana. It's really a blast to play. The main deck itself is not heavy on wild cards. Like I feel like people might own for this guy because he's very, very good. Maybe you got 2 Setessan champions sitting around. And for Runeforge, I mean, maybe you got a couple of them, right? And then everything else is just uncommons, tons of uncommons, and this is where all the rares are. But honestly, these are probably some of the more useful rares you want in your collection, these pathways. So get them if you can. If you have the wild cards. If not, that's cool. You can just kind of probably play Triomes here. Might even be better. Maybe some of the Snarls. I don't think those are very good, but hey, you do you. Let me know what you think down in the comments if you about the deck. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And then obviously, if you like the content, give me a thumbs up. Even better if you sub. That'd be amazing. If you have any deck ideas, you can mention them. Whatever. Anyway, this is OGG. Out!